Have you noticed something strange about your local stores lately? Rising prices, empty shelves, and whispers of government stockpiling have left many people asking questions no one seems willing to answer. Is the government secretly hoarding essential survival foods right in front of our eyes? And if so, what does that mean for us? Today we're uncovering 10 everyday Walmart foods, from honey to beans to salt, that aren't just pantry staples but could also hold the key to long-term survival. Why are these specific items so important, and could they be quietly disappearing due to government intervention? This isn't just a theory. These foods are durable, valuable, and irreplaceable, making them perfect for emergency stockpiles. Stay tuned as we break down the facts and reveal how you can protect yourself and your family. Whether the rumors are true or not, knowing the value of these items and learning how to stock up at home could be the difference in uncertain times. Are you ready to find out what's really going on behind the scenes? You won't want to miss this. Number 10. Salt. Have you ever wondered why the government or military might stockpile something as simple as salt? It might seem strange at first, but when you dig into the facts, it's clear that salt is one of the most essential resources in an emergency. Historically, salt was so valuable it was even used as currency, with entire trade routes built around it. Today, its uses are just as critical, and in survival situations, salt becomes a game changer for preserving food, supporting health, and more. Imagine a worst-case scenario where the power grid fails. No refrigeration, no easy way to keep food from spoiling. That's where salt steps in. It's the key ingredient in traditional food preservation methods like curing meats or pickling vegetables. Dry-cured bacon, ham, sausages, these old-school techniques rely on salt's ability to draw out moisture and prevent bacteria from growing. If freezers fail, salt becomes a lifeline, keeping meat and other perishables edible for the long haul. Is it really so far-fetched to think the government might be secretly stockpiling mountains of salt somewhere? Perhaps in those mysterious, undisclosed Walmart distribution centers? On a personal scale, planning ahead with salt is surprisingly easy and affordable. You can stock up on 25-pound bags of salt for just a few dollars and store them in airtight, moisture-proof containers. Popular choices include pink Himalayan salt, which boasts trace minerals, and coarse sea salt, favored for cooking and curing. These salts don't just last for years, they can last indefinitely if stored correctly. For preppers, salt is priceless. It's the secret to staying stocked with protein long after the freezer fails. But the uses of salt don't stop with food. It can be mixed into homemade toothpaste, turned into electrolyte drinks to stay hydrated, and is a crucial nutrient for your body in the right amounts. The variety is staggering. Table salt, canning salt, sea salt, you name it, Walmart probably sells it. Each type has its own set of benefits, but the one thing they all share, their incredible shelf life. It's no wonder some people believe salt has a spot on the government's secret emergency stockpile list. With all its uses, salt may truly be one of the most underrated survival necessities out there. Are those mountains of salt lurking in hidden warehouses? It makes you think. 9. Beans. Rice and beans are often joked about as the ultimate survival food cliché, but there's a good reason they're so legendary. Beans aren't just cheap, they're a powerhouse of protein, fiber, and essential minerals, and here's the kicker, they basically never go bad if stored properly. Keep them in a cool, dry spot with minimal oxygen, and they'll outlast most foods on your shelf. Why are beans such a big deal? They're easy to grow in various climates, which means you can replenish your stock by planting varieties like pinto, black beans, or chickpeas. Some prepared individuals even keep them as part of a seed vault, ensuring they'll always have a supply. Here's the wild part. Many believe government agencies might be stockpiling beans just like rice. Why? Because beans are cheap, last forever, and can feed huge numbers of people with minimal effort. Big retailers like Walmart often sell massive bags of dried beans, which are perfect for vacuum sealing or mylar storage. And if you're into canning, pressure cooking beans at home gives you ready-to-eat meals for any emergency without the long boiling time. Canned beans can be lifesavers in a pinch, offering protein with no prep time. Better yet, beans sprout easily. If fresh greens are scarce, sprouted beans give you vitamin-rich, nutrient-dense greens, essential for balancing out heavy-carb diets. The beans and rice combo is a staple for a reason. Together they cover a wide spectrum of nutritional needs, making them a no-brainer for food stockpiles. When you see Walmart constantly restocking bags of beans, no matter the season, you have to wonder, are they quietly coordinating with emergency planners? The truth could be hidden in plain sight. Keep watching to discover what else is on the list. 8. Soy sauce, the unexpected survival weapon? You might not think much about soy sauce when planning for emergencies, but trust us, you should. It's surprisingly one of the top secret staples stocked by experienced preppers and maybe even by big retailers like Walmart. Why? Simple. It lasts forever, packs a punch in flavor, and might just save your sanity. Soy sauce is loaded with sodium and naturally fermented, which essentially makes it a shelf-stable hero. It can sit sealed in your pantry for years without truly going bad. Now, here's where the mystery kicks in. Word has it that some big box stores rotate large quantities of soy sauce through clearance aisles without them even hitting normal shelves. Could it be part of a strategic hidden supply? Theories like this stir curiosity. What do they know that we don't? One major reason for stocking soy sauce? Flavor fatigue. If you're down to eating emergency staples like rice or beans every day, the mental strain of bland meals can build up. But add just a splash of soy sauce and suddenly those plain staples taste much more tolerable. That boost in morale during times of stress is no small thing. Keeping spirits up is crucial in survival situations. On top of that, soy sauce has minor preservation properties, and some even suggest its fermentation process could carry trace probiotic benefits. While it's not as powerful as salt or vinegar for preserving food, it stands out as an amazing all-root ingredient to have on hand. If you rarely use it, no problem. Keep it sealed in a cool, dark place and it's ready whenever you need it. Plus, it's affordable and easy to find. For a long-lasting survival pantry, a couple of bottles of this fermented gold can go a long way toward making hard times much easier to stomach, literally and mentally. 7. Hard liquor, the survival tool you didn't know about. When prepping for the unknown, hard liquor might not be the first thing that comes to mind. But here's the kicker. It's not just for sipping on a bad day. High-proof spirits like vodka, whiskey, or grain alcohol are incredibly versatile and could be a secret weapon in your emergency kit. They don't spoil, they're easy to store, and they may just save your life or make surviving a crisis a whole lot easier. Why is this? For starters, liquor is a powerful disinfectant. It can sterilize wounds, sanitize surfaces, and even act as a pain reliever. Plus, when paired with herbs, it's perfect for making medicinal tinctures. And if things really hit the fan and normal commerce collapses, a bottle of liquor becomes a barter superstar. Throughout history, liquor has been traded for food, supplies, sometimes even as currency. Grab a jug of affordable vodka, available at Walmart in the states where it's legal, and you've got a double-duty prepping essential. Label it for medical use if you don't indulge, and stash it in a cool, dark place. Keep it upright to prevent evaporation, and in 20 years, it'll still be just as potent and ready to go. But here's the intriguing part. Why is there speculation that liquor might be on the government's secret stockpile list? Sounds like a conspiracy, but sanitizing agents can be make or break during a medical crisis. And if hospitals are overwhelmed, alternatives like high-proof alcohol could become critical. While the government stays tight-lipped about this, savvy preppers know its long-term usefulness. Just a few bottles could mean the difference between surviving or thriving when disaster strikes. 6. Baking soda. You might think baking soda is just for cookies and cakes, but it's a hidden powerhouse that the government could be stockpiling for disasters. This simple, inexpensive powder, known as sodium bicarbonate, can last practically forever if stored properly, dry and sealed. Its versatility goes far beyond the kitchen. Imagine needing one product for cleaning, deodorizing, hygiene, and even minor first aid uses. Baking soda handles all that. It's perfect for scrubbing pots and pans, freshening up musty corners, doubling as toothpaste when you're out, or even creating a fizzy cleaning solution when you mix it with vinegar. And yes, some people swear by it as a quick fix for heartburn, too. Why would anyone secretly stockpile it? Well, in large-scale emergencies, baking soda can treat chemical spills, purify water, and maintain sanitation, things critical for survival when modern resources break down. It's such an all-in-one tool that preppers swear by it. Governments and military organizations preparing for disaster surely recognize its value too. The best part? Baking soda is cheap and readily available in bulk at Walmart. Start small. Get a couple of boxes and try using it around the house. You'll be amazed at how much you can simplify your cleaning routine while avoiding harsh chemicals and saving money. Plus, when paired with everyday items like vinegar or salt, it can become even more effective. If the government is truly hiding something, baking soda definitely deserves a spot on the list. Think twice the next time you pass it in the grocery aisle. This ordinary powder might just be an undercover survival essential. 5. Honey. Is the government secretly stockpiling honey right under our noses? The buzz is real. And this golden, sweet treat is at the center of countless conspiracy theories. Honey often tops the list when people speculate about foods being quietly hoarded by major retailers like Walmart. Why? Because it's practically immortal. That's right. While your Bitcoin investments might vanish into thin air, honey can sit on your shelf for decades and remain as edible as the day it was jarred. Some believe that by examining beekeeping and honey production data, there's evidence of massive, undisclosed orders, enough to sustain entire populations during disasters. Whether or not these claims hold water, one thing is certain. Honey is an incredible food to have stocked. Even if it crystallizes after years of sitting, a gentle reheating brings it back to its smooth, golden state. But honey isn't just an eternal snack. It's a powerhouse survival item. From soothing sore throats to treating burns, honey does it all. It's also a morale booster in tough times, providing quick calories and natural sweetness, especially when sugar is scarce. Plus, it's versatile. Toss it in marinades, drizzle it on baked goods, or stir it into tea. The possibilities are endless. If you're prepping and want the best bang for your buck, skip the generic supermarket brands. Instead, go for local, raw honey directly from beekeepers. Not only is it cheaper when bought in bulk, but it's also pure, free from additives like corn syrup that could impact its shelf life. Whether governments are stockpiling honey or not, one thing's for sure: you should. It's the ultimate prepper's secret weapon, giving your family a sweet layer of security for any emergency. 4. Rice. What's the one food most survival experts swear by? Rice. It's cheap, filling, and can last for decades if stored properly. A staple for emergency situations, rice is thought to be one of the go-to items for large-scale government stockpiles. Why? Because it's perfect for feeding the masses during wars, natural disasters, or worst-case scenarios. Buying rice is easy. Head to Walmart, grab a couple of 20-pound bags, put them in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, and you've got a supply that could outlast most canned goods. With inflation driving up food prices, some people say buying rice is like investing in your future meals. Store it now, and if prices skyrocket, you've got an essential carb source while saving money. It's no wonder conspiracy theorists often point to rice as a prime candidate for hidden government food reserves. They reference old laws about grain storage or leaked news about massive stockpiles. Whether or not that's true, the utility of rice is undeniable. Combine it with beans, and you've got a complete protein, nearly all the essential amino acids to keep you going. And the best part? Rice is universal. Almost every culture has a way to cook it, from fried rice to hearty rice and beans. If you're serious about prepping for the unexpected, rice is more than just a pantry item, it's a survival powerhouse. What's the government hiding in their reserves? You be the judge. 3. Sugar, the sweet secret behind stockpiling. Sugar is far more than just a coffee sweetener. It's a survival essential, with surprising versatility. Ever wonder why it's a hot commodity during crises? Sugar doesn't just satisfy cravings, it acts as a natural preservative. When used to make jams or jellies, it inhibits bacteria growth by reducing water activity, making it a vital tool for long-term food storage. This ability to prolong shelf life makes sugar indispensable for large-scale food operations, and perhaps even secretive stockpiling efforts. During tough times like wars or economic downturns, sugar has been known to skyrocket in value. A small sugary treat can uplift morale and provide a quick, much-needed energy boost when resources are scarce. If you want to prepare like a pro, grab a 25-pound bag of cane sugar at Walmart, seal it in an airtight container, and voila, it can last indefinitely. From baking to curing meats, sugar's utility is unmatched. Mix it with salt for meat rubs or use it in fermentation. It's a prepper's dream. Of course, health-conscious folks preach moderation, but in emergencies, that quick burst of carbohydrates can mean the difference between powering through chores or running out of steam. Storing high-quality cane sugar rather than overly processed varieties is key. Protect it from moisture and pests to avoid sticky lumps or infestations. While honey might be a healthier alternative, sugar is more affordable and easier to buy in bulk. Its utility and affordability make it a prime target for secret stockpiles. Governments may even eye its ability to stabilize food processing and soothe unrest during turbulent times. Considering massive industries rely on sugar, it's no surprise if unseen reserves are quietly being built. Could those bulk sugar bags at your local Walmart hold more weight than we realize? The answer could be even sweeter than you think. 2. Vinegar, the secret survival superstar. Is vinegar being quietly stockpiled by the government? Some say yes, and it's no surprise why. This multi-use marvel is more than just a pantry staple, it's a survival essential. From apple cider vinegar to distilled white vinegar, its high acidity means it virtually never goes bad. Whether it's cleaning, preserving, or disinfecting, Vinegar has your back. Rumors swirl that vinegar is included in FEMA's emergency supply recommendations. Why? Because it solves problems during disasters quickly and effectively. Need to sanitize surfaces or preserve food? Vinegar steps in as an affordable, eco-friendly solution, replacing harsher chemicals. Its versatility makes it an invaluable tool during any major crisis. Even in everyday life, vinegar proves its worth. Clean your counters, mirrors, and floors with a simple diluted mixture, or use it for personal care. Apple cider vinegar, for example, is popular in DIY hair rinses or even diluted as a health tonic. While opinions differ on health benefits, one thing is clear: this isn't your average household item. What's more, Walmart is your go-to for some of the best vinegar deals around. Affordable, plentiful, and shelf-stable, vinegar is easy to store. Just keep it in a cool spot and ensure the lid is tight. It's even speculated to be a barter item in economic collapse situations when money loses value. For cleaning, white vinegar is the top pick, while apple cider vinegar reigns supreme for cooking and wellness. And don't overlook how any kind of vinegar can serve multiple purposes in a pinch. Some observers claim large-scale vinegar procurement trends point to government stockpiling as part of an emergency protocol. 1. Freeze-dried foods. Did you know that freeze-dried foods could hold the key to surviving a major crisis? This game-changing technology removes nearly 99% of a food's moisture while keeping the flavor and nutrients intact, allowing it to last for decades. It's no wonder many preppers consider freeze-dried food the ultimate survival choice. Even government agencies are rumored to stockpile these items for national emergencies due to their long shelf life and compact storage needs. And here's the kicker: Walmart shelves often carry freeze-dried goods that you might easily overlook. From fruits and vegetables to complete meal pouches, brands like Augustin Farms, Wise Company, and Nutrient Survival are secretly available to help you prepare for the unexpected. Freeze-dried proteins, eggs, and milk are also staples for filling the nutritional gaps in your prepper pantry, offering much more than basic dry carbs. With just some clean water, these foods transform back to nearly their original taste and texture. It's no coincidence that government contracts with freeze-dried manufacturers may ensure supply chains remain strong during a crisis. Lightweight and loaded with nutrients, they're ideal for large-scale emergencies, military operations, or disaster relief. But are freeze-dried foods only for governments and doomsday preppers? Not at all. You can invest in them for personal use, and if you're serious, consider getting a home freeze dryer to preserve your own vegetables, meals, or dairy. Proper storage is simple. Use Mylar pouches or 10 cans and keep them in cool, dark places. Compared to dehydrated foods, freeze-dried items retain significantly more nutrients and flavor, which makes them top-tier survival choices. Want to keep your family prepared? Don't underestimate the secrets hiding in plain sight at your local Walmart. Speculation and theories. I've always been intrigued by the idea that the government might be hiding something right in front of us, particularly when it comes to food stockpiling. Walmart, as one of the largest retail giants in the country, often enters the spotlight when speculation arises about secret supplies. Could it be that certain foods are quietly being squirreled away for times of crisis? I think it's entirely possible. For starters, the theory of government stockpiling raises more questions than answers. People speculate about remote storerooms filled with essentials like canned goods, grains, or even bottled water. Foods that are readily available at Walmart yet seem to stay in stock even during supply chain disruptions. This makes me wonder if there's coordination happening behind the scenes. Is the government leveraging Walmart to ensure emergency reserves are untouched by the public until absolutely necessary? Then, there's the idea of retailer coordination. Walmart's ability to sustain stock even during major crises is uncanny. It almost seems too perfect at times, as if there's a larger strategy at play. Could secret investments or agreements with the government ensure that critical foods like rice, beans, or powdered milk are never truly out of reach? These aren't just wild theories. The advanced planning visible during emergencies points to structured preparations. Perhaps it's not just business, perhaps it's survival planning. It makes me wonder what might be hidden in plain sight. What else don't we know? Practical reasons for stockpiling. When I think about the importance of stockpiling, the reasons are both practical and undeniable. First, longevity is a key factor. The types of foods secretly stockpiled by governments or even smart individuals are those that last for years when stored correctly. Items like canned goods, rice, and powdered milk are staples because they stand the test of time. It's comforting to know that these foods won't just expire in a month or two, making them reliable for long-term preparedness. Another essential reason is versatility. These foods aren't just for eating. Many of them serve dual purposes, such as baking soda that can act as a cleaning agent or a first aid treatment in a pinch. Having items with multifaceted uses means you can stretch your resources and stay ready for various needs. Economic reasons are also at the forefront. With inflation driving up prices and disruptions in supply chains happening more frequently, stockpiling ensures financial stability and easier access to key items during uncertain times. I'd much rather have a stockpile of essentials than find myself scrambling to pay a premium in a crisis. Finally, there's the potential for trading. If we were to face severe shortages, these stockpiled foods could become crucial bartering commodities. Whether it's trading for other supplies or services, having the right inventory could make all the difference. Knowing this, it's no wonder that even government entities may quietly stock up on an error occurring during generation. Please try again, or contact support if it continues.